There's a new Hollywood movie about the Iraq War, directed by Alex Garland, released by A24. And we got some more to talk about, so hope you join us on this end of the year final episode. Do not worry, the podcast. We're going to move on to the Warfare trailer, so we're going to react to it. So we're not going to be able to watch the reaction during the episode because of copyright. So Karine and I are going to do that, and that's going to be a Patreon and membership, YouTube members exclusive clip. And then we're going to talk about it for all of you guys. So this is just going to disappear for a second. This is a brand new war film by Americans talking about us Arabs, and let's see how it goes. We are going to react to it, and we shall be right back. Well, okay, now, so we're back. We saw the trailer. If you guys want to watch the trailer with us, you can check out Patreon. So, Karine, what did you think of Warfare? The Iraq war film, Iraq obviously, directed by Alex Garland.
I absolutely will not be watching. It looks terrible. It looks worse than American Sniper.
Yeah, it looks obviously really bad. I'm surprised. Like, I mean, A24, they're like a pretty, I would say, like woke studio. They make a lot of artsy
yeah,
films.
they do make like art house movies.
They make good art house films. So the fact that they're making this like fucking Michael Bay type slop, you know what I mean? Like, I would expect better from A24. But I mean, yeah, it's the fact that it's 2024 and we're still getting movies like that about the Iraq War that completely
like who gives a fuck?
Make the Americans look like the heroes, and like, I mean, there are shots of like Iraqis walking around, you know what I mean, and they're making them look like suspects, like they're up to no good. They're walking around their own neighborhood, it's their own city, it's an Arab walking around an Arab street. Why does he look like a suspect? Like, why is he an insurgent? Like the way there's a guy on a roof making a phone call. Well, he's a fucking Arab on his fucking roof making a phone call. Like, it's just funny. And there's a part where like someone's like, we need to kill the bad guys. Like, this is how Americans, it's so binary for them. Good guys versus bad guys. Like, they think it's a fucking comic book, like real life war. It's not a cartoon, but there are no good guys and bad guys. And the Americans are definitely not the fucking good guys in the fucking scenario. And
there was a mosque. Like, the guy on the roof was standing on a mosque, and there was like a mosque Cambiera in the background of the first shot. And also, like, what's the plot? Well, the plot is just the guy's life, like his experience in Iraq.
I think the plot is like they're in this apartment and then they're getting attacked, and then it's going to be like a minute by minute sort of like they need to be extracted from the house and they need to escape. And like, yeah, American soldiers with fucking the most advanced fucking military equipment. I'm expected to believe that like they're the underdogs in the story. Like, they're the ones invading Iraq. They're the ones who they're not supposed to be there, and the Iraqis are simply fucking defending themselves, yet they're the fucking villains. Again, like, this literally feels like something that would come out in the mid fucking 2000s, bro. But what's weird about tonight, and like, I'm gonna get honest with you guys, like, a few years ago, like when I was a kid, like, have you ever seen Jarhead, directed by Sam Mendes? It's like with Jake Gyllenhaal and like Jamie Foxx.
No.
It was also like an Iraq war film.
I haven't seen any of those.
Bro, when I was young, I was pretty fucking brainwashed. Like, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say I was a self-hating Arab, but like I related a lot to like my American side, and I was like going to college to the States. There was a point in my life where I related more to the American soldiers
That's crazy,
in that trailer than I did to like the Arabs that they were fucking killing. Like, had I watched this trailer as a 14 or 15-year-old, I probably would have been like, fuck yeah, bro, like, get him. Get these fucking terrorists. Like, I was fucking brainwashed, folks, and I'm ashamed to say it, but I also, like, it's great to see how far someone can come and just, like, getting rid of that fucking programming that's in your head. Because, like, I let media shape a lot of who I am. And I let that happen for way too fucking long. So when I did watch Jarhead, I did relate more to the Jake Gyllenhaal character than the Arabs that they were killing. And had I seen this trailer 15 years ago, I probably would have felt, or like 16, 17, 18 years ago, I probably would have felt like I had more in common with the American soldiers because I enjoy American media. I enjoy cheeseburgers and blue jeans and Coca-Cola.
And beer.
And beer. Even though fuck all that shit. You know what I mean? So it's just, yeah, I just honestly, if there's one good thing that's come out of all of these genocides and shit, is that it's made me so much more proud to be an Arab, bro, and to just connect with my culture and all that sort of thing, and to recognize brainwashing when I see it.
Few thoughts. It's interesting they hired a bunch of they cast a bunch of actors who are like really popular nowadays. Like, I think that was Henry Golding, Will Porter, Joe Quinn, who was in Stranger Things, and Kit Connor. These are all men that are considered attractive and like very like influential for Gen Z, and they hired them for their war propaganda A24 movie. So that was incredibly on purpose, but also releasing this like during a fucking genocide and like the shit that's been happening in the Middle East for over a year now. Like, do you think we give a fuck about your war propaganda movie? Fuck right off. No one cares, and no one's gonna watch this garbage. And Civil War sucked.
And again, the fact that they expect us to feel bad for American soldiers with PTSD.
Yes.
I mean, we've touched on this when the Frogan video went viral, but like, again, I'm sorry. When you're in a country that you're not supposed to be in, killing the locals and invading these countries, I'm sorry. If you go home and you're a little bit upset because you saw your friend die or step on a mine, it's not my fucking problem, bro. You shouldn't have been there in the fucking first place. So I don't give a shit what PTSD American soldiers are going through. And it's like, seriously, like, and Frogan got in so much trouble for this for no fucking reason, bro. You were literally in a country where you're not supposed to be in. You're not fighting for anyone's fucking freedom. You're fighting for fucking oil and greed and money and the military-industrial complex. So excuse me, forgive me for not feeling sympathy for you guys or not wanting to watch an A24 movie about your experience in fucking Iraq based on memory. So, yeah.
And American Sniper was terrible, and I don't feel bad for Chris Kyle.
Yeah, he was a horrible person too. He used to murder like hundreds of people.
Yeah, like fuck off, man.
Horrible people, bro. Stop it with these fucking shit movies about your fucking terrorists, bro. Straight up, these are all fucking terrorists, dude. And I don't care. They came from poor families and they joined the military because they couldn't afford to do anything else. Oh, boo fucking who, bro. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit, okay, bro? And as Arabs who have been directly affected by this bullshit, we are allowed to have this opinion without being labeled as fucking terrorists or fuck the military. Fuck the U.S. military, bro. Like, what else do you want me to say?
Oh, you died for an oil company. That's so sad. No one cares.
Oh, your friend lost his legs because he stepped on a mine? Oh my God, that's so sad.
He served his country, and now the U.S. isn't going to give him health insurance.
Basically. So let's talk about Syria real quickly. There was a crazy fake story that CNN tried to pull off.
Of course.
Tried to pull that's ridiculous, but just a couple of things. So there was like an earthquake-causing bomb that was dropped in Syria. We can't show you the footage because anytime we show you footage of explosions going off, our videos get demonetized. And
by Israel.
Yeah, and our videos get our reach gets limited. So Daily Mail says Israel drops an earthquake bomb, a colossal explosion. It was so big it registered on the Richter scale, hit Syrian coasts as Israel strikes target weapons depots after the fall of Assad regime. Massive blast, folks. I mean, if you just look up the footage of this, it's terrifying. Okay, Israel's just like having fun, testing out new weapons. On us, you know, just fun stuff. Here is basically the fake report that CNN did. So I saw this like when we were talking about Syria and like the fall of the Assad regime. There was a bunch of videos coming out and heartwarming videos of people escaping prison. I saw this video. I came across it and it looked fake and it felt fake. So I was like, I'm not going to include this. Turns out it was completely fake. So this CNN reporter.
Is it that blonde lady?
It's that blonde lady. She walks in and finds
her.
Her name is Clarissa Ward. She walks in. And like finds this guy like hidden under like blankets and stuff. They're like, oh, like it's all on camera, and like he pretends that like he didn't know what happened to Assad and all of that. Turns out it's all fake. Let's see, but it looks and feels extremely fake.
I can't tell though. It might just be a blanket, but it's the only cell that's locked. Is he gonna shoot it?
The guard makes us turn the camera off while he shoots the lock off the cell door. We go in to get a closer look. It's still not clear if there is something under the blanket.
The fact that this is all staged is so funny. Is someone there?
Is someone there? Or is it just like...
Man, he's probably malnourished.
And when you guys find out like who this man was, it's like even funnier. So again, they're like pretending that like he's like hiding under the covers. He doesn't know what's happening. He's supposedly been in here for 3 months.
I'm a civilian, he says. I'm a civilian.
I'm a civilian.
Why would he be scared of a random white lady?
It's like the acting is horrible, bro.
It looks fake, yeah.
He's from the city of Humps and has been in the cell for 3 months. Okay.
So this man neither looks malnourished.
You're okay. You're okay. He clutches my arm tightly with both hands.
Clarissa Ward, you're jacking off to this.
These white people desperate for dramatic coverage, you know, sensationalizing all of this. Oh, she's giving him his first drink of water in months. This tortured prisoner.
She's the one who pretended that she was hiding from the bombs in Israel last year, right?
Oh, she did that too?
She did that bit where she like knelt on the ground and she was like, "Oh, I'm hiding from the Hamas rockets."
Dude,
that was her. I remember her very well.
So here's a quick update. So from Al Jazeera, CNN faces backlash over staged Syrian prisoner rescue report. Criticism mounts as U.S. news channel backtracks on identity of Syrian prisoner who provided a false name and worked as an intelligence officer in the Assad regime. This man used to torture people in the name of Bashar al-Assad. And like he was literally thrown in jail like a month ago apparently because he used to like shake down people and was trying to like extort money out of citizens. But like this dude used to be a piece of shit, worked for Bashar al-Assad, used to torture people. And he was like able to pretend to be an innocent victim on CNN, and CNN just was happy to go for it because just to get that exclusive sensational footage of a man being freed by a white lady.
Were the actual prisoners being freed not enough footage for you? Like what was the point of this?
Because this was an exclusive, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sticking to Syria for a quick second. So Israeli TV says that they prefer Al-Qaeda in Syria. It's true they're extremists and Al-Qaeda, but they are better because Assad was arming Hezbollah. We have occupied Lebanon, Syria, and soon Iraq. Let's watch the clip. This is what's going on in Israel right now. You know what I mean? They're trying to take South Lebanon. They're capturing new territory in Syria, and Iraq might be next. Who knows?
نحن أسبوع من الثورة الإسلامية في سوريا. بس شوف إسرائيل ضربت حزب الله موجودة في لبنان في جنوب لبنان موجودة في سوريا لأين نذهب؟
خلينا لبنان سوريا وبعد شوي بنوصل على بغداد عند أبوك وأمك وكل العائلة.
يا ريت ولهذا برأي إيران هي الهدف وإسرائيل لازم تسبق وتضرب إيران قبل كل شيء.
طيب الجولاني عنده 11 وزير كلهم بيشبهوك مع اللحية.
طيب يلا يمكن ياخذوني انا مع اللحية. انا بقول لك انه انا مع السنيين وانا مع المحور السني وصحيح انهم متطرفين والقاعدة بس افضل الي انه مش موجود في دمشق بشار اسد انه كان يريد طاقة نووية وكان يعطي سلاح لحزب الله.
صح.
Wow.
So yeah, this is crazy. So they're like basically outright saying it completely mask off. Not that Israelis have not been mask off from the beginning, but yeah. So they've gotten rid of the axis of resistance, even though Bashar al-Assad is completely problematic and a murderous piece of shit dictator who deserves to be killed. To be honest with you guys, but the revolution in Syria is also, in my opinion, like not to be trusted. And the leader of the revolution, Al-Jilani, here's a couple of images of him right here, praying and looking out over, I'm guessing, Damascus. Well, he's wearing Israeli gear. If you look closely to the clothes that he's wearing, sort of here is the brand. Let me try to zoom into this. Source Tactical Gear, founded in 1989 by Yoki Gil. Source now employs more than 200 people in their facility located in northern Israel. The dude is literally wearing Israeli-provided military gear. So I don't know how much more obvious it can get that this coup was organized by the West and by Israel and all of that sort of, and like they're sponsoring this whole thing. So I don't know what to feel about it, but anyways, it's pretty crazy. And speaking of Zionists in Israel, you all know the heartwarming story of Uncle Khaled, who was mourning the death of his granddaughter Reem, soul of my soul, the unforgettable video where he's carrying his dead granddaughter, kissing literally like her eyeballs. It's one of the most heartbreaking videos I've ever seen in my life. It's crazy sad. We have an extremely sad update about the story. Uncle Khaled has been killed in Israel by a strike in Nusrat, central Gaza. He's now finally with his beloved granddaughter. So here's the tweet. We're gonna have to blur out the image of baby Reem because she's deceased in this photo. But yeah, extremely heartbreaking news. This man became kind of like a local hero in Gaza, helping all of the displaced people, helping people who had lost family members, just like feeding stray cats. Here's some videos of Uncle Khaled, who, again, the rest of the world tries to convince us that these people are terrorists just because they have beards and wear turbans and stuff. But they're like some of the sweetest, people on earth. So, it's to Uncle Khaled. Here he is feeding some stray cats. This is after the death of his grandchildren and his family. Oh, look at all the kitties. So many cats, bro. Must be terrified. And here's a video of him, again, talking about his granddaughter.
حلق يعني وانا بغسل وانا بنظف فيها من غبرة القصر بريم روح الروح هي وطارق، روح الروح الثاني برضه الله يرحمه يا رب. بنظف في وجههم بالمحلول الملحي عشان تروح الغبرة. فلقيت الحلق، عاد حلقها الثاني ضايع، فحكيت يا حلقك يا حبيبتي بدي اطلع الحلق، بدي اخده منك عشان يضل ذكرى مني. هاي حلقي.
So he's been wearing his granddaughter's earring as a badge.
لكن حبيت انا اضل اتذكرها واحطه هيك زي وسام، الله يرحمك يا ريم. فراحت الله يرحمها.
And there's a bunch of footage of just them, like them embracing and stuff. We've reacted to a lot of it. And there's a lot of very beautiful art shared. So here's, a lot of it that you can see here that we're going to put in the background. So goodbye. It's a picture of him riding a bicycle with his granddaughter. Now they're riding a bicycle together in heaven. This is all super depressing. I'm so sorry, guys. The soul of my soul. Here's some more art. May he be reunited with the soul of his soul. This was actually really sad. This is piece number 6 right here, where he's holding her, and you can kind of see like her soul trying to cheer him up. And now that they're both reunited, kind of turns into this, where they're both smiling, and it's pretty depressing. And here's a final piece, again, where, sad at the bottom, but kind of happy up top. Hard to, look at this stuff and have a dry eye, but this is what Israel has done, murdering families, wiping out entire families, parents, children, grandparents, and so just take a moment to remember Uncle Khaled and Little Reem. Do not worry, the podcast